Hello friends, my name is Masood. Today we shall discuss about topic the challenges and best practices in cloud migration. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in cloud computing and you want to learn about it. Friend, whenever we are working in any organization, and for example your organization is deciding and thinking to move their application on the cloud, that means they are moving their existing or on premises applications to the remote servers. So basically there are multiple or several challenges are there, and also there are best practices involved as well which should be followed so that we have a smooth migration here as well. Friend, if we talk about cloud, basically cloud is the remote servers. Like many vendors are there, for example Microsoft Azure, Google, Amazon. So many servers are there which are basically providing cloud computing and cloud based services. And but it is very important that whatever the application you are moving from on premises to the cloud, it must be smoothly transferred on the cloud. So cloud migration brings several benefits including scalability, cost efficiency, and increased flexibility. However, it also presents challenges that organizations need to address to ensure a successful transition here as well. Obviously, friend, the migration should be smooth for the customer, for the organization, and there should not be any issues. So first we talk about challenges. First one is the data migration. Friend, here the challenge is that the transferring large volume of data to the cloud can be time consuming and may lead to downtime and issues here as well. For example, if a bank has an application of fund transferring, and there are, for example, let's suppose 80,000 customers are there, for example, so they have to move the customer data of 80,000 to the cloud. So it may involve issues, downtime here as well. So the best practice is to use data migration tools and strategies to minimize downtime, prioritize critical data, and optimize data transfer methods here as well. Then security and compliance. Here the friend challenge is that ensuring data security and compliance with regulation is crucial, and misconfigurations can lead to vulnerabilities here as well. First of all, you must have a expert person who should have a knowledge, because if there are vulnerabilities, so it can be exploited by the hackers here as well. So the best practice is to implement robust security measures, conduct regular audits, and leverage cloud native security features, establish and enforce compliance policies throughout the migration process. Then application compatibility. Here challenge is the legacy applications may not be compatible with cloud environments, leading to performance issues. Obviously, friend, the legacy application has their own structure, their own architecture, so it is not necessary that it will be aligned with the cloud environment here as well. So the best practice is to assess application compatibility early, consider refactoring or re-architecting, rebuilding as needed, and leverage cloud native services to enhance performance here as well. Then performance optimization. Here friend, challenge is the inadequate performance can result from improper resource allocation, network latency, or inefficient use of cloud services. The best practice is to optimize performance by right sizing resources, utilizing content delivery network, and monitoring and optimizing application continuously here as well. Then integration challenges. Friend, the challenge here is that integrating on-premises systems with cloud services can be complex and may require adjustments to existing workflows. Best practice is to plan for integration from the outside, use standardized APIs, and consider adopting hybrid or multi-cloud strategies if there is any need. Then skills gap. Friend, their challenge is the migration process may require new skills that the existing team may not possess. The best practice is to invest in training for existing staff, hire skilled professionals, and collaborate with cloud service providers and practices. Here friend, remember one thing, that if there is any need of training, so it is better to arrange those training at a very earlier stage, rather than just shifting the data on the cloud and face issues at some later stage. Then cost management, friend, the challenge here is that cloud cost can spiral if not properly monitored and managed here as well. Here remember friend that basically cloud services or cloud vendors, they are basically you have to pay as you go model. Okay, so you must have to know that what are the services you are using, because you have to pay it accordingly here as well. So the best practice is to implement cost monitoring tools, leverage cost optimization practices, for example, reserved instances, auto scaling, and regularly review and adjust resource allocations. For example, auto scaling is there. For example, if you have enabled the auto scaling, so that means it will automatically scale the basically servers, and maybe obviously if they are increasing the servers, so you must have to pay it accordingly here as well. Now we can talk about best practices. First one is the thorough planning. Friend, conduct a comprehensive assessment of current infrastructure, create a detailed migration plan, and establish clear goals and objectives and timelines. That what are your goals? How will you move the data or application on the cloud? So you must have a proper planning and proper vision. Then incremental migration means adopt an incremental approach to migrate, starting with less critical workloads and gradually moving to more mission critical systems. Rather than friend just move the whole application on the cloud and then face lots of issues, rather it is better just to move the less critical issues first on the cloud, see the application, see the result, and then move to the more mission critical systems. Then automation means automate repetitive tasks to streamline the migration process, reduce errors, and enhance efficiency here as well. Friend, it is better rather than making hiring a resource who will be sitting, an operational resource who will be operational work is doing. So rather it is better to make to use the automated applications. Then backup and disaster recovery means implement robust backup and disaster recovery mechanisms to safeguard data and applications during and after migration. Here friend, remember that backup and disaster recovery is both these two things are very important and necessary. Backup is very important, whenever you are implementing applications, you must have to take the backup. And a disaster recovery, in case of disaster recovery, you can recover the application from the backup. Then testing and validation means rigorously test applications in the cloud environment before fully committing to migration. Validate performance, security, and functionality properly here as well. Testing and validation is also very important, friend. If there is proper and appropriate testing, so you can successfully deploy the application on the cloud.